Right, who wants a box full of dead fish? Sit. One for you. Good boy. Good girl. Good morning. It is Thursday. Is it the 5th or 6th of February? I don't know anymore. It's Thursday, 6th of February. I think I'm starting to come down with a cold. I started on the cold and flu capsules. I woke myself up snoring last night, which is interesting. Any available bachelors out there? I do snore. I'm a catch. I had a really good time last night. I went to the dockyard for a cosmology event, for an astronomy event. Went to a lot of lectures, learned a lot about the stars. Really, really interesting. I went on my own. Would do again. Yeah, I got into bed. I slept soundly. Woke up with a cold. Sod's law. I took a cold and flu capsule and it did nothing. I've just sneezed my headphones off my face. But yeah, we're gonna pick today's topic. I've done it again. I've picked up the felt tip instead of my eyeliner. This is my eyeliner pen on the left. My felt tip pen is on the right. Do you see how close in comparison they are? So when it's dark and I try and put eyeliner on, I'm almost doing it with a felt tip every single time. I'm not feeling all that well this morning, but I do have dinner later with a friend. We have stuff that we need to do today, so we move on. We must suck it in, suck it up and move on. I posted yesterday's video. I finished editing it. I need to chase something up for myself for breakfast. I should probably have some yogurt and fruit, but I really want to use my last tortilla and make another little tortilla pizza for breakfast. I need to take the dog through a really long WALK today. I dare not speak the name. While my breakfast is cooking, I am going to make a chunky potato, leek and bacon soup in my slow cooker so I can batch cook and freeze some of it and then go from there. So this morning's toppings: tomato paste, sliced tomatoes, bacon and cheese. And then I've got my bacon, my potato and my leek soup cooking away on high for 3 hours. Should we go out for a walk? Let's go. Come on in. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. To go out for a walk. Yeah. Go. Be free. Decided that he doesn't want to walk anymore, so he's gone in the pouch. Hey, that's his prerogative. Home. I was out with the dogs for an hour. Most of the walk was fine. It got to last 20 minutes or so and Milo stopped. Usually that means it's because his leg's a bit sore, and so I usually put him in his puppy pouch, which he's more than happy to get into. The reason I do this is because he had knee surgery a couple of years ago because he has a luxating patella. But ironically, the same issue as I've got, and I'm not going to force him to walk if he's in pain. In the pouch he goes. It is now 12:28 p.m. I'm going to have my soup for lunch. I'm gonna have my tea, then I'm gonna go out on a separate walk this afternoon, address today's topic and go from there. I'm going out for my second walk of the day and I need to come home, then I need to get ready to go meet my friend for dinner. This is quite a nice spot to sit and talk, so we're going to sit and talk right here. Hopefully I don't get absconded by dog walkers. Am I currently where I want to be in life? So this is a really tricky question. My life is completely different from how I originally envisioned. We all grow up with an idea of what our life will be like,
because of certain factors, because of certain experiences, situations, it doesn't really go how we thought it would. And that's okay. That's absolutely fine. I think it would be boring if life went the way we envisioned. I think sometimes the lack of clarity gives us the ability to be able to think on our feet and change. And I think it's really interesting. So growing up, obviously, I've spoken about my love for books before and wanting to be a writer. My original plan, I grew up in Reading, so my original plan was that I was going to go to Reading University, study literature, and then take a more traditional route to writing. That didn't happen. Instead of going to uni, I dropped out of sixth form in my second year. I ended up moving down to Gosport, a good hour and a half away from Reading. So that was the original plan, and that is where I envisioned myself to be at the time. A lot of factors came up. I ended up in places where I didn't think I would. It's one of those things. I think if we become too wrapped up in what might have been, we close the door to what will be. Life can go many, many different ways. I'm a firm believer of tangent universes, and I think a Holly in this universe is here today and she's somewhere else doing something else in another universe. I believe that all of our paths are predetermined for us to some extent. I think there's some wiggle room. I think that there is multiple forks in the road when it comes to our lives, where, for example, if I didn't go to uni, I could have gone on to a certain job or an industry or something else. As it happens, I moved down south, I got into recruitment, I got into veterinary. This is where I am today. And I'm very, very happy where I am today. In terms of work, I am excited and I'm interested to see where the future goes. I'm very aware that things are constantly evolving, things are constantly changing. Where I thought I would be in 5 years' time, 5 years ago, if I asked myself this question, I probably wouldn't have said here. I might have had a different idea. In relationships, I wasn't someone that dreamt about getting married when I grew up. It was kind of very much indifferent to me. Obviously, I got into relationships, but I never dreamed about the perfect wedding or to be a wife or to be a mother. As it stands, I don't have my own children. I don't know if I would want my own children. With the right person, I'm more open to it than I used to be, but it would need to be the right circumstances, the right person. And if that's not on the cards for me, that's okay. I know more now about what I want, what I deserve, versus what I thought a relationship should be. I was with someone for 12 years, is my longest relationship, married for 6. Unfortunately, I'm not with that person anymore. And that was another huge learning curve that I never thought would come about, because you don't know what the future holds for you. I would never have imagined myself to be the person that owns 3 chihuahuas. I would have never have imagined myself to be someone that ran a rabbit rescue. And I've been very, very fortunate to meet the friends and had the experiences that I do now. I am incredibly fortunate. I am very, very loved by family, some wonderful friends. I've got a great support system. I can turn to people. Not everyone has that. When we envision where we are in life, we think that our riches are going to be in terms of what we physically have, what our career is, what we physically have, and where we're living. We don't tend to think about the little things. Are we happy? Are we content? Do we have our needs met? We don't think about these things when we question the future, because in our eyes, they're such little details, but actually, they're kind of the most important. I could be living on the south of France right now in a big villa in Nice or Monaco. I could have many, many, many millions of pounds, and I could be the most miserable person on the planet. I could be alone. I could be surrounded by money-sucking, soul-sucking friends, but I'm not. I make not that much money in any career, but I'm rich with friends and family. My trajectory in life, although did not go the way I thought it would, I'm very, very happy and very, very grateful with what I have. And I'm one of those people that believe, or have started to recently believe, that gratitude is very, very powerful. Even the bad times, you have to sit and thank and be grateful for them, because they have taught you something. I had a really good quote. It was, "Why do you spend time questioning the snake as to why it bit you rather than treating the wound?" That's such a good quote, especially in life. Why do we sit there and think, why don't I have this? Why don't I have the perfect relationship? Why don't I have the perfect career? You're missing out on everything around you. Sure, you might earn a lot of money, but you're missing out on the fact that people love and appreciate you, and you're not giving them time. You are so concerned with your own success as humans, we are so concerned with our own success that we're missing out on the fact our kids are growing up or our animals are growing up. I may not be the most successful, beautiful, charismatic, confident woman on the planet, and I am a work in progress. But I see the gratitude. Having little in terms of possessions and money means that I'm so much richer in other things. I'm quite an emotionally balanced person. I think I'm quite friendly. I think I'm quite empathetic. I can be supportive. Or I don't think everyone has the awareness to be thankful for these things. My life could have taken so many turns. There's many, many different choices that has me sit here talking to you today. Even at the start of the year, I made many, many different choices. Every day we make these choices. And I used to really care about where I was in life in retrospect to where my friends were, where previous school friends were, where random influencers on the internet were, random people I'd never met before. Then you start to think about the little things between the lines and you ask yourself, that's great, these people have so many things, but are they happy? Are they content? A perfect evening for me is going home, having a cup of tea, a nice warm dinner, spending time with my dogs, on my chaise lounge with my sofa duvet, watching a film or a series or playing a game. And I'm content with that because that's what I like to do. That's what I enjoy. It gives me nourishment. Not all the time. You have to go out there. You have to spend time in nature with people. Some days there are times where you do need to strive to be better. And there's nothing wrong with striving to be better, but you cannot forego everything else that you have. You cannot leave that by the wayside, because the moment you take things for granted that you love or that you find value in, they're gone. And then 6 weeks, 6 months, 6 years down the line, you will reflect back on this moment and think, I had that in my grasp and I let it go. And as I said before, and I think in one of my earlier videos, regret is my worst emotion and I never want to feel it. So I go into everything 100%. Even in these videos, I don't need to make these videos. I don't need to walk more than 28 miles a month this month. But I'm aiming for 60 and I'm doing these videos every single day because I'm throwing my 100% into it. Because I feel strongly about this cause and I want to raise money. This is of no benefit to me. A good secondary benefit is that I'm getting out in nature, losing a little bit of weight, mental health is great. But that is my primary focus is doing this for my cause. As to where I see myself in the future, I hope to find a place where I continue to be comfortable with myself. I continue to learn more about how I work, maybe down the line with someone else. Who knows? I don't feel that I need to rush my life. I feel that I'm happy taking in every present moment because we don't know if we'll be here tomorrow. So if I died tomorrow, at least I've enjoyed today. Many, many people go through that birthing journey. They're born, they go through life. They never get to the point where you are in life today. They could die as cells, they could die as babies, they could die as children, as teenagers, as adults. There's always someone in life that will envy where you are today. Today's lesson, gratitude, accept what you have, say thank you to what you don't and what hurts you to teach you a lesson. Don't ask the snake why he bit you, treat the wound. And there we go.